Here's a give to Herbert. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The Bears had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff for Herbert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On play action, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From the 38, Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Again at 32 that time. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. Hands it off, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And complete right side to Cook. And the ball is knocked out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It looks like there's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what went for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Taken right on the 30. They'll score on a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Play action. It's Fields. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
They just started getting it to him. And this nigga running gun empty hatred. When he got it mixed in with his formation, when he just audible all the way down to a single back formation from this formation, bro. Like this nigga doing all kind of little gimmicky little stuff. Like from a 5 wide set down to a 2 wide set. But you got basically 5 receivers on the field.
Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Complete. Jefferson the target. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now.
I hate that. I hate when niggas be doing stupid shit like that. That shit made me want to.
Pulled it at the 24.
That shit made me want to take a little time out of the game.
Not too shabby. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going.
Well, you know how they talk about
I'm going to play my game.
How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do
to play early,
track and get some points?
Pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about
I got like 4 other points when they game when he
something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give the skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Back to throw, Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn, but it's also a game of mismatches. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
Like 80, 84, 85.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his own blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Second down, a run with Herbert.
Come on, man, I got this
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Again, yards and a first down.
I didn't know when we had to take the top off.
Guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a tough game.
He's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best.
Yeah, no cheese going on. You had a close game like this. Yeah, get it out. That what now?
Bitch plays.
Yeah, bench, yeah. And then they'll be in the cupboard, though. You know what you're doing.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
But see, you know, I kind of watch you and see you kind of, man, be on the defense side. You like, I can tell you like to stop it. You like playing offense, but you like playing defense.
Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off
boy, if I could say, yeah, know what niggas to be in, niggas going and being alert and stuff, what niggas.
Certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job
Niggas
getting
be in
down
trouble.
behind the line of scrimmage.
If I knew how to alert for real.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Fields. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball.
You say, can I say anybody to somebody?
Nice job here to force an incompletion.
And here's a very
okay, all right. I'm going to
whipped on it. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be Vikings.
I'm going to hang up and try it again. Hold on.
The Vikings now to start their next drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away.
There we go. What's that?
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Good start to the season for him. A touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right?
We're gonna take
I'm
this
not sure
now.
he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Oh, wait a minute.
Guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage. What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of
I
goals,
told
they all have
you.
those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
No, you did not. No, you did not.
They will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Nigga, it's been a whole week.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Fields throw here into the hands of Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gain.
You see that, Larry?
First down.
Fields on first down. Looking downfield for Jones.
You see what around
That
there?
one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Can't blame journalists who want to enjoy their hobby responsibly.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
You made me angry. So you think I'm thinking like this?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Fields. He's going to look deep down the field. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Lucine. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Now, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, now Brady. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. On play action, it's Brady. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Give to Kirk out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their 10 minutes. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd down. Brady.
I got to tell you about your second. I'm away.
Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect you to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, Fields. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Here's Fields. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll give it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Fields steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
What time got to be work,
busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34.
I need to roll in there.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Hold on.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half from the 10. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one. But what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
On second down, Herbert, a solid stiff arm. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has that the game he expected? But that one there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Helping to a gain, too. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A toss left side for Herbert.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Out of the gun.
Okay, let me see.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You a talker, I see.
Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Think about it.
Now Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing in 7-3.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will score a pick-6 for Bears touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball. So let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Take it in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game.
You what? You what I'm talking about now?
That they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make
What are you even talking about? Come on now, don't start going left.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So they got a big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Taken in at the 22. That's a 49-yard punt. 8, though, on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. Now a first carry for their fullback. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. To throw is Fields.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Hard throw, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
What you mean do what I do?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That is definitely easy.
Here's Brady to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a 1st down. Now Brady.
Everywhere.
Another interception. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that.
And they always say the most important part of a play is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math.
Some coffee, then I'm so sorry.
It's now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Off play action, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper and 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, kind of like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 4. They run the counter with Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway down from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
Why is your camera doing it?
Huh?
Why is your
On
camera
second
doing
and
it?
goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. To throw is Perkins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Bryce Perkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Being chased out left. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him a penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, but he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Looking downfield for Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Vikingsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Complete to Jones. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. 56 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at it and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. Caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Back to the ground, Cook. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Oh, shit.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But Man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call time.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us?
He's got a man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. This is Phillips yet again. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.